Last week, or maybe it was the week before, I told you about a report that looked at how COVID denialism and COVID conspiracy delusions have been a great feeder into anti-Semitic conspiracy theories and all of the different overlaps that exist about shadow government both being controlled by Jews and wanting everybody injected with tracking devices or, whatever the case may be. The point is, this report found how online COVID denialism and COVID conspiracies are very much interlaced with anti-Semitic conspiracy theories and white supremacy, white nationalism, etc. Now, anytime there's a report, it can be sort of abstract, and we might not see or understand in practice the way that this comes together. I have an example for you that was sent to me by a few viewers today. We're going to be looking at video here of from a few days ago. I believe this was Wednesday or Thursday of last week. This is the Chandler Governing Board study session and regular business meeting. And there is a woman who is going to speak, and you're going to listen to her momentarily. And it is really the perfect storm. It's an amalgam of anti-vax, anti-mask, anti-critical race theory, delusions, ignorance, shadow government conspiracism, and of course, she ties it all together in a nice little bow and says it's all the Jews, folks. It's really all the Jews. So one race is responsible. The Jews are making the vaccines. The Jews control the shadow government. The Jews control the pharmaceutical companies. And this is what we're talking about when we say these are the ways that these things come together. It may be one of the most insane clips I've seen since this all started. Let's jump right into it. Warning, if you don't want kids to see this, I would understand getting them out of the room. Let's listen.
My name is Melanie Rettler. I'm a veterinarian. I was a former teacher in Phoenix Union High School District. I'm a cloning expert with 35 years experience, and I was a consultant to the CDC. I owned a pharmacy.
So do we know if any of those things are true? She was a vet. She was a teacher. She's an expert on cloning. She was a consultant to the CDC, presumably, I don't know, on something related to veterinary stuff. And she owned a pharmacy. Did she own a human pharmacy or a veterinary pharmacy? We don't know if any of it's true.
I want to tell you that this vaccine, this COVID vaccine, is a deadly poison. That's it. I'm just going to tell you that. Everybody that takes it is damaging their immune system, and they're talking about this being given to children now. It's going to destroy them.
Now, it's already been tested on tens of thousands of kids in clinical trials, and the kids are fine.
Need to do more research on it. I'm an expert on it, and I'm telling you, that's what it's doing.
What's also interesting is that all of the expertise she claims to have, which includes being a veterinarian, consultant to the CDC, pharmacy owner, teacher, expert on cloning, none of that relates to vaccines. You would imagine that she would have mentioned in that litany of expertise that she's also an expert on vaccines. She didn't.
All right, the next topic is the CRT. I agree with what both of these people said, but you know what? If you want to talk about racism, if you want to bring it in, then let's bring it in. Let's get to the bottom of it. You're talking about white supremacy. Okay, let's get to the very bottom of it. Every one of these things, the deep state, the cabal, the swamp, the elite, you can't mention it, but I will. There is one race that owns all the pharmaceutical companies, and these vaccines aren't safe, they aren't effective, and they aren't free. You know that you're paying for it through the increase in gas prices, the increase in food prices. You're paying for this. And it's being taken from your money and given to these pharmaceutical companies. And if you want to bring race into this, it's the Jews.
So a smattering of applause there as she ties together all of these different things: inflation, gas prices, critical race theory, the vaccines through the pharmaceutical companies, the shadow government. It's all the Jews, according to this woman. This is the prototypical example of how this stuff works, and it just works so well for them. It feels so cohesive and coherent and logical. This is what we were talking about last week with the report. about how this COVID stuff feeds right into the anti-Semitism. And again, the framing of you're not allowed to say it, but I'm going to. The same group is in control of all this stuff, the shadow government and the gas prices. I guess the Jews own the gas stations is what she's saying, and the various products. Maybe the most insane clip I've seen since all of this started.